I'm Sean, the Modern Yeoman, and I wonder, are you ready for spring yet? I know my pat answer to that question is, of course I'm ready for spring. Bring on the warm mornings and the robins and the daffodils. Let a weary, winter-sick world rejoice. But I say that with some hesitancy. Now, you see, we've got a lot to do in order to prepare for spring. There's the compost that we need for the garden beds, not to mention the seed starts. There's the mulch that we're still waiting on, and the mower situation that I need to figure out. I'd like to set up more rain barrels. You get the picture. We've got our work cut out for us. And even though just a few episodes ago I talked about the value of taking my time with these projects and not rushing into things because of FOMO, it doesn't give me license to stop working altogether. No, I still need to work. I just need to work smarter. On that note, it seems like this is the perfect time of year for clearing away brush, and there's a few reasons for that. First, most of the foliage is dormant because of the weather, so clearing back brush or shrubbery is a lot easier than it would be in the warmer months when all of those plants will be in full leaf. The second reason is the critters. Things like snakes and spiders and wasps are in very short supply. In the last episode, I started clearing away the brush next to this shed, and as you can see, I've continued with that work. I'm pretty happy with the progress that I've made so far, but there's still a little bit left to do. Over on my parents' side of the property, my dad is doing similar work, and I think he might need a little bit of help. Let's go see. Hey there, Dad.
Hey.
What you got going on?
Kind of a never-ending project, it seems.
It looks like you have been doing some brush clearing yourself here.
Yes, yeah, actually, this is, I think, probably just the beginning of it because we got a lot more around the back and especially on the other side. A lot to clear, and what I think both you and I have been finding is as you start clearing away that brush, there's all kinds of goodies.
Sometimes you'll find cinder blocks or
Sometimes
trailers,
you might
right?
find gold, maybe.
Anything
I don't
good
know.
here?
Nothing really worth redeeming at this point. Although over in another pile, your mom has been pulling out some bricks that look to be in pretty good shape.
So that's a good find.
Yeah, but yeah, just a lot of junk right here. And
the big carpet over there, right?
Big carpet. That's going to be fun to load into the back of the truck. It looks like they just had plywood or particle board laying out in the elements.
It's all rotted out.
It's all rotted, and it's got to weigh a ton. I've been kicking around the idea of getting another dumpster, but
yeah.
I'm not 100% sure yet.
Well, in the meantime, it seems like you're going to be loading this stuff up in the dump, right?
Taking it to the dump. One of your favorite places to go.
Yeah.
See episode 9 if you're curious. Yeah, that's.
You need some help?
Plan. Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I got to say, I'm pretty excited about this right here. Maybe, I don't know, it's a potential greenhouse frame. There's part of it that's bent, but it looks to be in fairly good condition.
Yeah, there may be some possibilities. First thing will be just completing the clear out of all of this stuff and maybe making an assessment as to whether or not we can repurpose it a little bit. Yeah, maybe. You're right. There's some places that just are really bent. And I don't know if that's because of the weight of all this wet plywood had pushed against it and caused it to do things it wasn't meant to do.
Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. Looking for nail.
No shortage of brush to clear this side of the pole barn.
No. And exciting things to discover, to include a kitchen sink. So it is literally everything in the kitchen sink.
So we're just finishing up our second trip to the dump, and we received a slight admonishment from the management.
Yeah, apparently you can only visit the bulk dumpster once a day, which we did not know.
Anyways, now we know for next time, but it does take some of my love of the dump away, I will say. I'm not as excited about the dump as I used to be. Apparently you can only visit it once a day. He said,
Well, for the bulk waste.
So you can keep bringing regular dump.
Yes.
House trash there.
He said that the bulk waste canister, they just keep that there as, he said, a courtesy. They just do it for the local residents. It's not something that's part of their charter.
Well, at least we know that we're not continuing with the plywood. We can't. So back home.
Yep.
Well, kind of a bummer that we weren't able to haul more stuff, but I do have to say that even though we were only able to get a few things, it's already starting to look quite a bit better. We'll know that we have our work cut out for us in hauling more of that stuff, and especially not just there, but around the side as well, where Dad was talking about the brush earlier. In the meantime, the outside is not the only place where Dad's been doing a lot of work. He's actually made some pretty big changes to the kitchen. Let's go take a look. Knock, knock.
Hey, come on in.
Hey there. Well, what a drastic change.
I'd say a little bit different than it was last time.
The cabinets are completely different.
Right. You'll probably show some footage of what they looked like previously.
I would expect to. So you didn't actually put new cabinets in. You did something else.
Right. Mom and I picked out a color that we both could agree on.
It's nice. Sage green.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice, it's not too loud or bright, fairly mellow color. We like it. And just got to work, actually before painting, quite a bit of scrubbing and a little bit of sanding just to kind of scuff up the boards. These are really cheap cabinets, so the boards,
Just to get them ready for application. and paint.
yeah, the boards were, they've got like a shiny glossy veneer on them, so you have to rough them up just a little bit to get them ready for some paint. So
And you put some hardware on there.
right, yep, new handles, kept the old hinges just because all the holes and everything are already lined up. I didn't want to have to go through the hassle of all of that. So, somewhere down the road we may end up getting new cabinets, but for now, it seems to be working out okay.
It's a lot more open. Last time we were in here, there was a big thing,
Oh, right, yeah. So it was kind of I guess an L-shape cabinet. I was kind of on the fence. It didn't really bother me a whole lot, but there were, I think that the consensus was it would look better without it. So took it down. Actually, you helped me with that.
Yep.
Took that down, and
It's a lot more open.
it is. Gives it a bit more of an open feeling. I've got a couple of holes I'll have to patch up, but I put some trim around it, just a little frame trim.
Looks good.
And of course the cabinets and the stuff on the bottom, got those painted. And
Well done.
well, thank you.
Yeah, it's looking good. Thanks for showing us.
Yep, a little bit at a time.
Little by little. So there you have it. We were only able to get a little bit done today, but that's better than nothing. And boy, hasn't that been the story of my entire homesteading experience? Just being able to get a little bit done at a time, and eventually it adds up. thinking about all the things we need to accomplish here on the homestead is just overwhelming. What's the old saying? You can't boil the ocean. But if we can get a toehold here and a toehold there, eventually those toeholds become footholds. And before we know it, we've accomplished more than we ever thought we could. That was certainly the case here in the barn. When I moved in, it was just so incredibly messy. There was so much junk and things to take care of. But now it's pretty much clean and available for my use. And that was a product of just working a little bit at a time. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with us today. And until next time, let's keep getting little things done.